gone. Christiane Amanpour tracks the predator that has created a nation of orphans.
Soon Africa will be a continent of AIDS orphans. Where have all the parents gone? I'm Christiane Amanpour. Join me as we travel to Kenya to hear the children's stories. In Isiolo, Kenya, just where the northern highway turns to dust, we met 11-year-old Mukhtar, trying his best to be just like all the other children in school, studying hard in class, having fun with his friends in the playground. But try as he might, he can't escape the tragedy that's bearing down on his family. Here in this small room, his eyes burning with sorrow, Mukhtar watches over his father, who is slowly slipping away. Another little African boy wonders whether he too will become one of the 1 million AIDS orphans in Kenya.
Mukhtar, can you tell me what you're thinking right now, what you're feeling?
I'm feeling bad. I just, if I go to school, I just remember my father.
So you're just thinking about your father all the time?
Yes.
Like any little boy facing a family tragedy, Mukhtar is confused. His parents, Hussein and Fatma, have not yet mustered the courage to tell him that they are both infected with HIV.
Does your son know your illness?
I know he thinks I have AIDS, but I'm afraid of telling him because I know he'd be shocked.
He asks me, why is Daddy sick? In school they taught him that if someone vomits and sweats a lot at night, those are the symptoms of AIDS. But if I tell him, he'll be scared his parents might die.
What would you like to tell other children, other people about your situation and your parents' situation?
I'd like to warn them that there are dangerous diseases out there that can even kill you.
What diseases?
Like AIDS.
And AIDS has been like a runaway train cutting through millions of lives, especially the children's. Every day, 1,800 infants are infected, mostly at birth, even though there is a way to stop that. Every day, 1,400 children die of the disease, even though there are by now life-saving drugs, but so few people have access to them. Africa is by far the hardest hit. Here, the legacy of AIDS is 12 million orphans and counting.
Are you walking with me in the measure of life, or seeing me in the shadow of AIDS?
11-year-old Florence first lost her mother and then her father to AIDS, their disease her only inheritance.
In the song, you sang about being just a statistic and about the world not caring. What do you think they should know about you, about a little girl like you who got HIV through no fault of her own?
We need help, a nice place to live, to go to school, and we need medicine so we're not so badly affected by this disease.
What is your biggest fear?
AIDS and remaining an orphan.
In the shadow of AIDS, I found so much of pain. Life seems so cold. There's a need a friend.
At least they have Khadija Rama, who runs this center, supported by UNICEF. She clothes and feeds 600 orphans in this neighborhood, while she tries to find them foster families.
As AIDS orphans, or children living with AIDS, they are just a liability to the community. So they face a lot of abandonment and discrimination.
Mukhtar and his parents were abandoned by their family when Hussein got AIDS. Like so many African men, he got it on the road. He was a truck driver, and he brought the disease home to his wife. Yet she's the only one who has stood by him.
My own family threw me out. And once that happened, no neighbor or friend could help me.
Have you made preparations for your son's future?
If we died now, he would be in great trouble because I don't have anyone who will take him. My mother can't because she has her own problems. He wouldn't be welcome there.
Hussein was so desperate about his family's plight, he planned to kill himself.
I thought about taking poison and maybe poisoning my whole family as well.
You pretty much had to try to intervene to stop him from committing suicide.
Yes. He told me he had bought some poison which is called rat and rat. It's used to kill rats. And then I told him that the love you share between the three of you, according to me, I look at it as very beautiful. When you use rat and rat on people you love, then you are killing them like rats.
And if you had both died, what would happen to your little boy?
I was even thinking about poisoning him because he is my biggest burden, and I didn't want him to suffer alone in this world.
But Mukhtar thinks only of his father's suffering.
His father looks like he's dying. His mother is infected. What's going to happen to him?
That's a difficult question. He's such a nice child. Because I've seen so many of them smile at me this one time, and the next time I look into the same eyes, the eyes are dead.
Do you think he'll be one more orphan?
Obviously, yes.
I'm singing my song. I feel so lonely.
Stay with us for Mukhtar's story.